Hiya Duck! We're back and we're going to be doing some 3D acrylic flowers, one of the things that I absolutely love doing, but we're going to also include a bit of gel polish. Keep watching. So the background colour that we're going to use for our design is called Peach Fizz. Yes, now we all want sweets.
Nah, not peach we don't.
Oh, no, you don't like peach. Oh, I'm sick of hearing the peach story.
Well, don't mention peach then.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I know it brings back bad memories for you. Drink.
I never really liked them anyway, that just solidified it.
Ah.
I mean, they're furry.
They're not furry.
Yeah, they are.
They just got like a velvety...
Fuzz.
Yeah.
They're
no,
furry.
you're not a fan.
No, they're furry.
Do you not, and you don't like the taste of things? Or is that just since you drank the peach fabric?
Never really been a big fan of it.
No. Right, we're going to do second coat of Peach Fizz. So Peach Fizz has got this, obviously peach colour, but it's also got a shimmer running through it, which is like a pink shimmer. It's nice, I like it. So 2 coats of that, and then I'm going to use a colour that I've not used for ages, and I don't know why, because it's so nice. It's called Confetti. And it literally is like confetti.
Very easily named.
Very easily named, yeah.
Oh, it is.
It's just like confetti. Look at all that. There are so many different particles to confetti. This gel polish anyway. And because look at that. It just instantly changes the whole design. And I think you'll agree, I hope you'll agree, that Peach Fizz in the background is just the perfect colour. How nice is that? Look at that. It's so nice. Really pretty, like what I would say in Stoke, proper pretty duck.
Proper pretty duck.
Proper pretty duck, that is. So we're going to start with white acrylic powder. And that's all the acrylic that you will need. You won't need any other coloured acrylic. So just get that ready. We're going to top coat this. I mean, that is just lovely on its own, isn't it? So, you know, if you've got a client or you're doing these on your own nails, if you don't want to do 3D on all of them, this just like that is lovely on its own, and then you could have like odd 3D nail art because they are like a showcase nail. Got Jellica white acrylic powder. You could use any acrylic powder, obviously needs to be white. That kind of helps. You're going to pick up a small bead. You need to map out your design in your head, at least you could pen it down, because when you pattern press the product it will travel. So as you press it, it obviously goes wider. So you need to kind of start knowing that you're going to press, 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 and it's going to move. I'm just going to lift this a little bit, just to give some movement. So I know when I go into this bead, I'm going to pull some of it down this way. Notice the angle, I'm quite flat. And then I'm going to come and pattern press, see how it's travelling? And again, I'm just going to pick up that corner just to give some movement. And again, I'm going to pop that bead on, and I know that I'm going to bring some of that down here, nice and thin. It's important to get the ratio of your liquid to powder correct, because you'll notice that when I'm patting and pressing this, it's not really moving anywhere unless I tell it to. My brush is telling it to move where I want it to. So you'll notice I've kind of pressed at angles to give it a little bit more shape and movement. Just going to lift that a little bit there. Just want a tiny bead. See how it's got a little bit of a break in it there. I'm going to put a tiny bit, tiny bead just to reattach that, so I know it's not going to break. Get that bit off there. Oh, it looks pretty already. That was quite quick. That was quick, wasn't it? Huh?
Yeah, that was very
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
3 petals. You've got a flower shape. Don't know what flower it is. I haven't got a clue. Maybe it's calla lily, some kind of lily. Don't know.
Whatever it looks like the most when it's finished.
I have no idea. If you've been watching me for a while, you'll know that I don't really know my flowers and I just make them up. Right, so I'm going to use some coloured gel polish now. I'm going to use a little bit of Kamila. So Kamila is a metallic colour. She's a metallic purple. Then I'm going to use a bit of Clare. So Clare is like a deep pinky burgundy. Is that even a colour? Then we're going to use Badger, which is a deep purple. I think it's actually our deepest purple. It almost looks black on there.
It does.
It's not, it's purple. We're going to use these colours very thinly. And then I'm also going to use lickable. So lickable. And then I'm going to get a little bit of white out. White. White.
White.
Where's white? Ah, there.
Was it white you couldn't find yesterday?
Yeah, that'd be the white I couldn't find yesterday. So we've got white out as well. So we've got quite a nice selection of colours there to go with. So I'm going to start from light to dark with this. So I'm going to go into lickable. I'm using the Babacass brush. And you'll notice that the gel will sort of be absorbed a little bit by the acrylic. So I'm just going over apart from the edge. So I'm not going over the edge at this point. I'm just going into that centre part with lickable. So it's a soft pink. Has a slight blue shimmer. You want to keep everything nice and thin. Now you see this gel that's in that little crevice or fold. I'm going to make sure I brush along there and clean my brush because I don't want it sitting in there and bulking it out. I just want that little bit of colour. I'm going to flash cure that. So instead of having a matte 3D flower, this one's actually going to be shiny. Different. Then I'm going to go into Clare. Same brush. And again, nice and thin. So if you see how deep Clare is, but then when you use it really thin.
Yeah, it's got like a translucency to it.
Yeah, so that's because I'm using the, I mean, look at the brush. There's hardly anything on the brush. Yeah? So we use the tiniest bit. I need a bit of base for coat for cleaning my brush. So I'm finding I'm still having a little bit. Look at that.
Oh yeah, you can see that break coming out.
Yeah, let's clean that lint-free pad. Let's go in some fresh base coat again. That's much better, much better. As bag of chips would say, much better. Let's cure that. Then I'm going to use the Cassidy detailer brush and I'm going to go into Kamila. And I'm going to go a little bit deeper, but just through that centre. You'll notice I've got narrower and narrower with my colours. So I'm creating a little bit of a fade. So that's why I'm using a smaller brush now, and also I kind of want these little lines. Let's cure that. Then we're going to use the Lily liner brush. Let's just make sure that's clean, because we have used these brushes so much today. And then into Badger. Now if you're wondering why we called this one Badger, so it's not named after the actual animal Badger. Badger is actually the nickname for my stepmom, Alison. because my dad calls her Ali Badger. I have no idea where it comes from. Ali Badger.
No, no idea.
And she absolutely loves dark purple. And she likes, you know, like Poison, the perfume, and like Alien, the perfume. They're all very dark packaging. So with this one, again, very little on the brush. I'm using the Lily Liner brush this time. And you're going to come right in the centre with that one. Now, that's touched it there. I'm just going to use some clean-up solution to get that off. And the brush I used for that was the Meakin Aqua brush. So right up the centre. And we can bring some out from the centre. So we've got narrower and narrower each time. I'm going to cure that. We're going to use Messy Nessie now with white. So this is white out. And I'm just going to go along the edges. And you'll notice that this is whiter than the actual acrylic. And we're just going to edge the highest parts of the design. So those parts of the acrylic that we folded will be the highest parts. So they will catch more light. So they will be the lightest parts. And it's going to make it stand out a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is get top coat now, and I'm not just going to coat it with top coat because obviously this needs to be sealed. So with the top coat, I'm going to go back to my Babacass brush, go into the top coat and use that brush because it's obviously a lot smaller to top coat. Now we need this thin. Do not put it on thick. If you put this on thick, you will lose the nail by the looks of it. You'll lose the definition. So don't put it on thick, nice and thin. So we've cured that. We can touch it. It looks like it's wet, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
It looks wet, but it's not wet. It's nice and smooth. And also, doing this kind of technique will benefit those clients that tend to get their 3D acrylic work quite grubby, because acrylic is porous and it will attract dirt and everything like that. So, you know, they do need to be kept nice and clean. So this will help those clients because it's top coated, because it's got gel on top. Nothing's going to stick to it. Now we're going to put some stones on, obviously.
I haven't seen you put stones on anything in a while.
I know what's going on.
I know. This whole week I haven't seen any stones go on anything.
What's going on? So I'm going to use the gem gel, which is the Totalis gel, which is from Nail Alchemy. And I'm going to pop that here. I'm going to use 2 different sizes of Nail Alchemy's caviar beads in gold. So we're going to have some of those, which are the smaller ones, and then some slightly bigger ones. So we're going to pick up the caviar beads, place them into that gel. They already have the crystal gel on them as well, or gem gel. Now if you struggle with losing your gems, if you put the microbeads around them, it actually acts as like a little bumper or cushion. It protects them, keeps them on for longer. And we're going to cure that. I think I want to frame it with white. Like the actual nail.
Mm.
So I'm going to do it, but I'm not going to cure it, and I want to see if I like it. And I can do that because I'm working on top coat. Make it slightly thicker around the nail so it can be seen from the top. See, when you look at it from the top, you have to have it a certain thickness, else you don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm not going to top coat the rest of the nail because I want that line to be slightly matte.
Okay.
Yeah?
So you take sticky layer off all?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to use clean up solution just to take off that sticky layer from this white border. And can you see it just goes slightly duller, and I don't mind that. I'm not mad at it. I like it because I just think it looks, it's the contrast of, you can see here how shiny the top coat is and then the white isn't shiny.
Yeah.
I quite like that. I'm a fan. I'm a big fan of that. And there you are. What do you think? I love it. I love this confetti. There you are, guys. That's how to do a 3D acrylic flower, but with gel polish as well. I like it. See, that's what I need. I get makeup and everything in my 3D when I have 3D. You know what I mean? I need that kind of flower on my nail right now. Why didn't you do it on my nail? There you are, guys. Everything I've used today will be listed below. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Instagram, all our other social media platforms, because, you know, we do something a little bit different on everyone. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.